Hello everyone, Robert Rambles here, and welcome back to New World. We are continuing right where we left off last time with our main story questing, so we are going to head to the northwest and continue with plans of the pestilent. Looks like it might be a little further than the area where we killed the lashers. Probably could have just ran through here, might have been my best bet. Let's see if we can just whip through here and maybe drop all these guys. We do have about 200 meters to go, so hopefully dropping them won't be a problem. The vines are stationary, so at least they can't follow us. Some of the noises these guys make are completely unnecessary and disturbing. I'll say that. I guess if that's the intention, it's fine, but yeah, their little gurgling noises are a little bit much for me. It's quite a brilliantly shining moon, isn't it? Don't think you'd have any problems seeing at night if that's how much illumination your moon gave off. Alright, destroy corrupted in Ebonrock. Discover what the corrupt are planning. Kind of assuming we have to go a little bit further. But the whole area is considered Ebonrock caverns, so yeah, we can kill any of these guys, including the hounds. We didn't really need to pull a bunch of people, but we did. Okay, they're strong against impact damage, so the hammer is not going to be our best friend here. Let's get some food buff going right away here. We do have water slotted, so at any moment we can just pop some water, get a quick little heal going. Musket of the Duelist, okay. Corrupted observations. The way these corrupted work is of a singular mind. All their pickaxe blows to the rocks timed perfectly with one another. They take almost no breaks. One cook serving the entire operation that I can see from this vantage point. Singular? The word singular, I believe, actually means strange and peculiar, like unique. Uniquely strange. I don't think singular means, like, one. It sounds like it would, but I'm pretty sure that that's not what it means. Okay, let's go inside the actual cavern itself, which looks like it might actually be interesting to explore. Just a little bit dark in here. I'm sure this is going to look super dark on YouTube, which has a tendency to darken things as it is. This guy having a shield is just making it like kind of difficult to deal any actual damage to him. We have to break through his stamina. Let's go ahead and just open these up so they're not sitting here forever. A great axe, that's fine, and toughened leather helm of the monk. Ebonrock orders. As you stare at the symbols, they seem to twist strangely in your brain. You can feel the shapes of sounds in your head, though you have no idea what they mean. All you can make out is some hint that the corrupted plan to attack the angry earth. I am noticing that our corruption resistance is continuing to go down. That being said, we've completed our quest. Oh, let's not leave the blue shield behind. That would have been really, really terrible, and I'm sure some of you guys were already screaming at the screen as I walked past it the first time. And I can't blame you. I really can't. So much for exploring. There didn't seem to be a whole lot to actually explore in there. Also, with our corruption resistance going down, I need to have some of those tinctures slotted, I guess. And I don't really know what happens if we hit 0. But I somehow doubt that we really want to find out. So for now, let's get out of here. And we'll head back to Ariana and see what she has to say. In the meantime, maybe when we get clear here, we can open our inventory and take a look at our new shield. Again, not the intended way to get into this area, but it works. Let's see if any of those enemies are going to follow us in here. Doesn't look like it. So we got a rare shield, Vexing Obstruction, 305 gear score, plus 7 strength. It has sturdy. You take 6.9% less stamina damage while blocking. And slash shield ward, you take 3.1% less slash damage. Bunch of armor rating on it for both elemental and physical. Very cool. Of course, yeah, oh no. Here's a question. Are we ever going to get a shield that looks different than the round shield that we've had so far?
I heard the cries from here, and it gave me an immense satisfaction. Are the vile corrupted planning to mine the earth anywhere else in these parts?
Yeah, as it turns out, they plan to attack the angry earth.
Impossible! The angry earth is immune to their evil magics, though they should know this. Either way, we are grateful that your actions today have disrupted their machinations.
What about the living seed?
Your request has been granted, human. You should realize that this required a sacrifice, and it's not a gift that would be given freely again. Still, you are a fine representative for humanity. I hope this seed protects you well.
Alright, now we have to travel to Fisherman's Bend. Because, of course we do. The real question is, where is that exactly? Let's check the journal. View in map. Oh, okay, I see it now. It's getting a little bit cluttered. Oh, they just want us to go back to Jonas. They could have just said return to Jonas, and I would have known exactly what they were talking about. That means we are going to have to run down to Everfall, which is fine. We have a quest to turn in there anyway. We will run down to Everfall, turn in the quest we have there, and then we will teleport over to the Hermit's Shrine. And yeah, I'm really excited. This this part of the story I haven't seen yet. Everything from here on will be content that I have not seen story-wise. And I'm excited too because we are level 21 and I'm pretty sure around level 25 we can do our first dungeon. Now, how we're going to go about getting into a group for that, I'm not sure. I haven't done any communicating in chat at all, as you guys have seen, but maybe we look in chat. Maybe there's a group finding tool. I don't have any idea. But if you guys do know the best ways to go about finding a dungeon group, I would love to hear from you. As I'd much rather learn things from you guys than have to just look them up on the internet myself. Oh, and speaking of learning things from you guys, somebody let me know that we can adjust our camera to pan out a little bit more. I'll have to look once more at what they said, but there is a way in the menu options so we can set our camera to let us zoom out a little bit further than what we can do right now, which would be good for me. I want to be able to look around a little bit more to kind of scan the environment. What do we have up here? Star metal vein requires level 100. Can't do anything with that. I was hoping we could climb up and over this. But now I'm not so sure that's going to be possible. The fall damage in this game is not bad. You can fall from a considerable distance and not have it hurt you that much, and I appreciate that. We are tracking a couple of things here. Maybe they are close by. I can't tell if it's iron. Yeah, it looks like some iron. And I'm thinking the other one... Oh, the other one is actually right next to us. Can set our bind point here just because I don't remember where our bind point is. I think it's really cool that you can just walk up and use somebody else's camp. Maybe you shouldn't be able to, like, lore-wise, but I don't know. It makes sense. It's not like they're there defending it. Oh, there you... Okay, that was really weird. You guys saw that, right? This NPC had not even spawned in yet.
I salute you, fellow Marauder.
A little bit of
We
server
will never give
latency.
up the fight, and in the end, we will emerge victorious.
Alright, that's level 22. And we have 2 other quests to get turned in.
Ha! You gave Master Henry the what for, didn't you? Let's hope that bastard stays down. Leave it to me to tell. I swear, I don't know what the woman has against me. Am I got? Yes, you're a quick one, aren't you?
Alright, let's see here. Let's go ahead now and we will teleport over to the Hermit Shrine. That is going to cost us a little bit of Azoth. Can we, like, reduce our inventory, our weight here, to maybe make that cost a little bit less? Let's open these up. And then we should probably just deconstruct everything we don't need. Alright, that helped out a little bit. Let's do our attribute points. Kind of feel like we just keep going into strength. And yeah, that reduced it by a little bit. So I guess it's the capacity that we're carrying in weight and the distance that is going to determine the cost of Azoth to teleport. Which makes sense. It just gives us another incentive to make sure that we are hearthing back to our home location and dumping all of our inventory often to keep our load really light. Well... The little arrow, okay, there it goes. It was white from a distance and that was kind of throwing me off.
It is a relief to see you return. Though my heart trembles to harbor hope again, it's too late to turn back. You were able to get a living seed of the angry earth then.
It took a little convincing, but yes.
I'm not surprised. The angry earth are not our allies by any stretch of the imagination. But you seem to have quite a knack for persuasion. For the next part of forging your staff, you must acquire one of our consecrated cross pieces. It will be tricky, however, as there are certainly none of these just lying about in an old cave.
Alright, the quest to assemble the staff continues. Where do I get one of these cross pieces?
You can't.
Oh, good.
We had to melt them all down to make weapons during the last war. The good news is that you're strong and clever and can make one yourself.
Alright, then tell us what else we need.
Silver, a not insignificant quantity either. And then, it must be forged at the Amarine Temple. It's an ancient forge we used. I even remember the glow at dusk and old forge master Ezra. No idea what state it's in now.
Alright, so we need silver ingots. Now, I'm assuming that we would just normally have to mine these, right? But we could probably also buy them. And to that end, maybe we go ahead and recall to the inn. We can dump all of our inventory in our storage. And we can check the auction house. And just see what silver ingots are going towards. We could probably find these out in the wilderness, but it would take probably a considerable amount of time. Seeing as how I've only come across a handful of silver. I mean, we know there's silver up here around the corrupted mines. So that's an option if we can't find any on the auction house. Let's run over to our storage shed first. Alright, crafting mods. Haven't really been using crafting mods, but they're not very heavy. We're carrying a lot of cooking supplies. Maybe, just maybe we should do some cooking. Yeah, that might not be a bad idea. I'm assuming we're going to be able to do more than that. Yep, here we go. Let's just make as much as we can, and we can store a bunch of the food, so we don't need to carry it all with us. Maybe we could, I wonder if making some of these other things would give us, like, more experience. That seemed to give us a significant amount. Let's try the sausages. I really do like how streamlined the crafting is in this game. I think that more crafting systems in MMOs should resemble this. I really appreciate just being able to tell it, hey, make all 5, clicking one button from an easily navigable menu and having it just do all that for me without having to watch a progress bar go with every single craft. Seasoning blend. Okay, let's make one of those. Okay, that might be all we can do down there. Let's see. Oh yeah, we can make 25 of these now. Let's do all of those. And we're definitely going to have to store this stuff. And we'll do the meat bait too. Still says we can do the sausage, but we can't. Oh, look at that. Alright, now let's put some of this in our bin, and we'll like split some of the stacks. We don't need to have it all with us. I guess first we could stop here and see if we can find a silver ingot. We need 3? Yeah, it's gonna cost us basically nothing, guys. Basically nothing. Visit the Amarine Temple to forge your Azoth Staff crosspiece. Yeah, we could spend like an hour going out and looking for it, or we could buy it for a couple of gold. Yeah, I'm gonna buy it and help propel the economy. Alright, there we go. That might be the lowest I've seen our inventory at 65 pounds. Okay, so now we need to figure out where are we going to forge the crosspiece. Oh, not far actually. And we have a faction quest that's level 19 that we can do nearby, so let's head up to the northeast to Noble Reach, which might be a zone that we have not been in yet. Should be able to just take a straight shot there. We'll keep our eyes open for anything that we can harvest and anything that we can mine besides stone. So we're looking for iron or potentially silver. Approaching some kind of ancient ruins here, it looks like. Alright, we need to defeat 8 ancient guardians here. I guess this guy is counting as a guardian. Didn't seem like much of a guardian. Alright, so any of the undead here, basically. These guys are strong against slashing damage. Let's go ahead and pull out the Warhammer. Blueberry bushes, we'll just stop, you know. Bunch of guys around ready to attack us, but let's hold up a minute and do some harvesting here, really casual-like. I don't think we've had blueberries before. Eating the sausage did not give us the long-term health buff, so clearly the sausage is meant to be an ingredient in a different dish. I totally missed. That's fun. We need to defeat Ezra the Forge Master. So Giannis told us about this guy back before he was a Lost. Apparently he has succumbed like so many others have. And now we have to go kill him. Azure flames. Page is burned, but it looks like it was written on after it was burned, not before. My hands shake as I write this. I was a fool. First the spire, the great light. The light grew above me like the dawn of a second day, and my heart leapt with hope. And again, when I saw the torches along the main road blossom into blue flame, it was as if I'd awoken the isle itself. Then, a terrible silence from the spire as the light streaming from it froze in the air, as if paralyzed by touching the earth. I confess, I was consumed by a growing dread, and I fled along the road, the blue flames leading my steps, as it turned out, here, to the temple ruins from before. The temple was no sanctuary. Had the azure flames summoned me here? Whatever occurred at the spire, it had touched here as well, awakening something terrible. I saw the same blue fire that lit the lanterns of the road now burn within the chest of the skeletal figures I had taken for dead. They were not dead. I see now, merely sleeping. Now they walked, blades drawn, circling the temple with dark intent. What have I awoken? May the powers of Eternum have mercy upon my soul. Grenville, whoever that is. Kind of explain a sequence of events that unleashed this power onto the island that then animated what became the Lost. I would almost love to see like the core lore items that really get into things like that, like the systems that govern the world, kind of be different, a different color or something than the ones where a guy tells us about his hunting trip. I kind of feel like there should be two different classifications of lore objects when we're just picking up all these letters. And I don't know, maybe it could be like world history and personal letters or some kind of breakdown between the two. Where we know exactly like what scale of information we're gonna get. Sometimes you read them and it's about a guy who'd been hiding in an outhouse. Other times you read them and it seems to explain how creatures have been animated in the world. And those are two totally different levels of lore. Kind of like there should be like a should definitely read and then like a nice to know category. So where is this guy going to be? He's probably literally going to be exactly where it shows him on the map. Yeah, there he is, the big boy. We evidently don't want to be standing in that when he's swinging away. Let's try to get out. Okay, we're not getting out. Perfect. Not too bad. Ancient cloth hat of the mage. Forge the crosspiece. Will he respawn by the time we've done this and read the note right here? Probably. Alright, back to Giannis we go. This seems like a list. Crumbling manifest. Giannis, this much coal will barely keep the forge lit unless we want to fight this war with sticks and stones. I need more supplies from Ezra. Poor guy. Got lost, I guess. We could go ahead and run back here. We've identified a threat to Marauder interest. Go to Karina and defeat the ancient guardian necessary. Yeah, let's do that while we're over here. Doesn't mean I'm gonna fight those guys. Oh good, we've all just kind of kept following. Shorter leashes, please. Shorter leashes. Especially when you're having me fight like the same types of enemies over and over again. I want to be able to run from them when I choose to. Don't have them follow me for half a mile. Now, if you're giving me a bunch of different types of enemies to fight and cool looking stuff that I haven't seen before, then I don't mind kind of fighting my way through it, but when it's the same guys with the same moves that we've been seeing for the last 22 levels, then I really want to be able to run. Like, most of the time. Are we going to have to find our way into this structure? That is the question. It does seem like it. Let's run in here and grab the note. The Spire. I take no pride in what happened next, but do not take this as a writ of confession. Rolf refused me, and I would not part with the Azoth I carried, and would not part with the Azoth he carried. I explained to him at length that I was certain of my discovery, but lacked the means to test it with the central obelisk. But with his cooperation, we might yet illuminate the secrets of the culture that had come before us. He grew agitated, and said that he would leave at dawn and head back to Renee's home and seek shelter with the Frenchwoman, and take the Azoth with him. He spoke of nameless dangers if I persisted in my efforts, until I grew quite tired of it, and told him I wished to hear no more. At this point, I ordered him to part with the Azoth one last time. He shook his head, and before he could give voice his refusal, I had sunk my knife into his throat. I knew it would not kill him, but I had no use for his body any longer. It was what he carried I needed. If he wanted to go, then so be it. His other belongings would remain should he brave the journey again. I took solely the Azoth, and I made a promise that should our paths cross, I would repay him for its use. If Eternum let him awake as it did others. I have one attempt at this, and I shall do so at the Central Spire. Okay, just, you know, straight up murder a dude on the premise that he's probably gonna respawn. It's like, you have something I need. I'll just kill you because you know what? We're in a morally gray area where I can tell myself that you're probably gonna come back alive. The orbs. Even more fascinating than the lookout towers themselves are the massive orbs near the top of them. They look so large it vexes the mind to imagine how the ancients got them up there. Is their directional positioning significant in any way? The orbs appear to bulge out of only one of the sides of the tower and look similar to the orbs found around Windsward. Okay, so no way inside up here, just the catwalk. And we do need one more guardian, so I guess we're heading back down. This guy out here doesn't count. Yeah, these defenders out here don't count towards the quest. Which means there's like a third guy just chilling somewhere that we haven't found. I don't rightly remember the first one. So he could have been anywhere. Oh, here's one. It's like right next to the guy who didn't count for the quest is a guy who counts for the quest. Alright. Oh wait, that didn't count. It marked him for it, but we're still at 2 out of 3. That's a little bit weird. Okay, so... what to do, what to do. I really feel like there should be an inside area to this obelisk, but as far as I can tell, there isn't. I mean, we could wait for a respawn. Are we not going to get respawns on these guys? Like, pretty quickly, like everything else? Yeah, there we go. That works. Okay, there we go. That is done. Now we do a quick run back to Windsward Village. Not sure how quick it's actually going to be. Yeah, with all this stuff in our way, we might have to kind of take roads out of here. Otherwise, we're going to be climbing over pyramids, and that's just going to take an incredible amount of time. So let's work our way out of here. Let's hope that we don't get dazed by too many things as we just kind of run out here. Kind of want those blueberry bushes, don't want to fight 5 or 6 guys to get them. That's kind of where I'm at with that. There's a world where if the respawn rate weren't as terrible as it was, like I'd probably fight through these guys. But we've had to fight so much in way of like respawned enemies that we fought before that I don't really get a lot of satisfaction about clearing through an area. How's it feel to whiff, buddy? We know how it feels. It is not the best thing.
My blade, my life. Choose your next.
Alright, that was an easy
contribution,
2 side quests completed. We're up to 1,300 tokens. We'll just take the next 2 here for whenever we happen to be in the area. Can we get any decent rewards yet? That's not better than the shield we have. We could get a pair of gauntlets that are better than the ones we have on. That would cost us $750. And I don't really think there's much else that we're going for, so we might as well grab them. Until this thing levels up, there's probably not a lot more that we need. Unless they have a better hammer. Yeah, we could get this hammer. We could work towards that. That might be like the last thing we really need off of this. Until we hit the Ravager reputation, which I don't know if or when we're going to get there. Alright, that's basically completing the look. Alright, let's fast travel over here. We're doing okay on Azoth.
The prodigal child returns, and with a shiny silver crosspiece as well. This will do nicely. Tell me. No. Old Ezra was there.
Yeah, he was.
He hated letting the fort go cold. Perhaps you gave him some release.
Well, since this place is basically a purgatory for any who end up here, I doubt it. He probably just respawned and has to get killed a million more times by a million other players.
While you were gone, I did a little scouting of the corrupted encampments in this region. Why this new wave of corruption has hit Eternum with such ferocity.
You did some scouting? It seems unlikely because, like, your character model is literally frozen completely in place at the weirdest angle and positioning I've ever seen. So it's kind of hard for me to believe that you went anywhere, buddy. You don't seem capable of movement, but what did you learn?
The corrupted rally around some being they refer to as the Tempest. They worship it like some kind of god. That's something we've never encountered before. I don't know what to make of it.
It doesn't change what we have to do, though, does it?
No. Other than maybe to give us a greater sense of urgency. But this is a momentous occasion. You are ready to forge your Azoth staff, and the Soul Wardens will soon be born anew.
We are ready. Let's do this.
I cannot go.
Oh, okay,
You
good.
must do this alone.
You could go scouting,
It
but
will
you can't
require
go
the
with us.
sacrifice of part of your soul.
Great.
Place the pieces of the staff on the ancient altar near the shattered obelisk. Then brace yourself. I will be with you in spirit.
Yeah, great. Thanks, buddy. Recommended level 23. Alright, so what I read from that is we should probably wrap up a few side quests first. We have a bunch like that are basically all right here. So why don't we plan for that? Let's take a break now. And when we come back, we'll just quickly knock out these 4 side quests that are in the area here. That'll definitely get us at least to level 23. And then we can head back up to Everfall and continue on with the main story. It's getting good. I'm interested to see what happens after we complete this. If there's going to be like a big shattering event that happens. Something to do with them worshipping a creature as a god. And maybe we will get to confront it. I'm hoping that we get introduced to some antagonists soon. Like some actual enemy characters. Maybe, potentially. But we'll see. Let me know what you guys think, and as always, I really appreciate you all being here and all the support that you've shown the series. It does mean the world to me, so take care of yourselves out there and take care of each other. We will see you back in New World really soon. Bye now.